that's what makes the gamifiers so compelling. It's not just theory. It's full of real-world examples of how this stuff is being used to make a positive impact.
Okay, so let's get into some of those examples. And I think a good place to start is with something we can all relate to, work. Because let's be honest, work isn't always the most, shall we say, stimulating environment.
Tell me about it. Some days it feels like I'm just going through the motions.
Right, but the gamifiers actually gave me some hope. Like they talked about all these companies that are using gamification to actually make work, dare I say it, enjoyable.
Okay, now you've got my attention.
Right. And it's not just about like, putting a ping pong table in the break room or having casual Fridays. We're talking about actually integrating game mechanics into work tasks and processes.
Give me an example.
Okay, so imagine like onboarding new hires.
Yeah.
Instead of drowning them in paperwork and boring presentations.
Which, let's be real, nobody reads anyway.
Exactly. What if you turn the whole onboarding experience into like an interactive quest? Like they have to complete certain tasks and challenges to like level up and become a full-fledged member of the team.
More engaging.
Right. And it plays into that whole idea of achievement and progression that we were talking about earlier.
Makes sense. So it's not just about making work more fun. It's about actually tapping into how our brains are wired to learn and stay motivated.
Exactly. And, else is cool. The book argues that this whole gamification thing, it can actually help us unlock hidden potential, like
great.
reveal strengths that we didn't even know we had.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Like how?
Okay, so there's this great anecdote in the Gamifiers where the author's talking about their own experience doing a team building exercise. And get this, it was designed like an escape room.
Oh, I love escape rooms.
All right, so the author's saying how they were surprised by how quickly they were able to like solve the puzzles and crack the codes under pressure.
Yeah.
And they were like, whoa, I didn't know I had it in me. Like they never considered themselves to be particularly good at that kind of stuff. But the gamified environment just like brought out this hidden talent.
That's so cool. So it's like gamification can create a space for us to like experiment and take risks and maybe surprise ourselves in the process.
Exactly. And when we're engaged and like enjoying ourselves, we often perform better without even realizing it.
That's so true. And it's not even just about like, discovering these hidden talents, right? Like the gamifiers are saying gamification can be like really powerful for personal growth too.
Totally. It's like having your own like personal cheerleader and coach, but like all rolled into one,
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of like, expanding our horizons and stuff, what I found really cool is the gamifiers doesn't just like stay focused on those individual applications of gamification.
Right.
It also looks at how it can be used to like tackle those big societal challenges we face.
Yeah, for sure. Like what the book was talking about with environmental campaigns, Like imagine an app, right, that rewards you for making sustainable choices in your everyday life.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's for biking to work instead of driving or, cutting down on your energy consumption at home or even just like opting for eco-friendly products when you're shopping.
I love that.
Right. And then like maybe the app could even connect you with a community of people who are also, trying to live more sustainably.
It's like, yeah, you're getting rewarded for doing something good for the planet.
Exactly.
But then it's also like tapping into that whole social aspect of gamification, right? Like it's not just about the individual rewards, but also about feeling like you're part of something bigger than yourself.
100%. It's like building those connections, you know, and it makes you feel good, like you're part of a team, all working towards a common goal.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the Gamifiers takes this whole concept even further.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, they talk about like gamifying travel experience.
Really? I've never even thought about that.
I know, right? And we're not just talking about like, racking up frequent flyer miles or hotel points here.
Yeah, that's like the most basic level.
Exactly. It's about like using gamification to actually enhance the entire travel experience, make it more meaningful and engaging.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How would that even work?
Okay, so picture this. You've got a travel app, right? But instead of just like showing you flights and hotels, it actually curates experiences based on like your interests and what you want to get out of your trip. And then like maybe it challenges you to step outside your comfort zone a little bit.
I like that.
Right. Like try a local dish you've never heard of before, or, strike up a conversation with a local, or even just like visit a hidden gem that's off the beaten path.
That's cool. So it's like it pushes you to have more authentic and enriching experiences when you travel.
Exactly. And to like really immerse yourself in the culture.
I'm into it.
It's like a choose your own adventure, but for travelers.
I love that idea.